These are some of the shoots coming up from the green potatoes that I planted from my last potato harvest. The idea was that I was going to plant the potatoes and then mound up around this stage with ideally soil, but I didn't really have any spare soil on hand at the time. But I did have some very broken down wood chip that was sitting in the driveway and needed to get cleared out. It needed to move anyway, and I didn't really have anywhere else to put it, so I figured I'd put it around the potatoes. Mounding or hilling up with soil, compost, or in this case broken down mulch around the base of the potato plants helps to protect the tubers that are forming from the sunlight and stops them turning green. Green potatoes aren't good to eat because it's an indicator that the potato could have high levels of glycoalkaloids, which are toxic to humans and not safe to eat. You can see from the side just how high up above the level of the garden bed I've put the mulch, so it's a good 10 centimeters or so at the peak. This is around a month and a half later, and I discovered these critters eating the leaves of my potato plants. And you can see that they sit there on the leaf and eat the leaf. And their name, coincidentally, is a leaf-eating ladybug. And these are the larvae of the leaf-eating ladybug. The adult leaf-eating ladybug is a larger looking ladybug that has quite a number of spots on its back, a lot more so than the usual ladybug. Maybe it's 12 or so, I can't remember the exact number, haven't counted them, but yeah, they're not great for certainly potato plants, and I'm not sure if they attack other plants or not, but you can see the damage that they do, leaving behind bare patches of the leaf where they've eaten, and you can see through the leaf and see the sort of veins and structures of the leaf left behind. If you want to have a much closer look at one of these creatures, please check out our other channel, Life Under the Microscope, where I got one of them and had a look at it up close. The potato flowers I probably should have picked off a little earlier, but this is what a potato flower looks like, and if you leave them, they eventually form a fruit, much like a tomato. I don't think they're edible and you wouldn't want to eat them, but it's best to pick these off so that the plant puts energy into growing the tubers, which will grow new potato plants, and not any energy into growing fruit and seeds. You can see that once again, I've got a superhero potato here that thinks it's super strong and is growing underneath the retaining wall blocks and lifting it up. And there's the potato there. It seems to be acting like a jack and lifting up this whole retaining wall block. A new little potato plant shooting out of it. So there must be a gap in there that it can find, and it just grows the potato through and lifts this whole thing up. It's bizarre. Anyway. Oh, a bean coming up over there. I didn't plant that bean. Actually, I'll bring the camera over to see how much the soil is broken down and how much the mulch isn't mulch anymore. It's sort of almost turning to soil. You can see how just under the top layer here, which all looks like bark chip, it's really starting to look very broken down. Oh wow. These are the avocado roots that are already growing up through here. Again, from that tree over there, it's sending its roots all the way underground, right up into this bed, trying to take as many nutrients as it possibly can from all the surrounding soil. Now I do hope there's a potato or two in here, and that I don't just have avocado tree roots. It really does make getting the potatoes out a lot harder. Having all these roots binding all this stuff together. I was hoping it'd be nice and loose, but the avocado tree hasn't done us any favors. Oh man, look at it. So many roots. This is not good. I haven't seen a potato yet. I'm gonna put this down so I can use two hands. These roots. I'm wondering if this mulch might have been too dense for the potatoes, but just loose enough for all the avocado roots to grow through. Oh, jeez. There we go. I just cut through a potato. Ugh. Oh, one little potato. Just that. Yeah, the big problem with the avocado roots is you can't tell what's roots and what's potato because everything has been bound together so tightly. So you got to kind of cut through the roots, and you occasionally cut through a potato. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get a garden fork. This is not going well. Oh, there you go. Decent potato. First one. It's actually been a reasonable size. Oh man. definitely have preferred not to have dug it up this way. But I didn't have to disturb all of the soil and the worms and everything. Just pulling the potatoes up by their stems would have been a lot easier, but I can't do that because of all the avocado tree roots. That's the seed potato. That works a bit better. That's a good sized potato. Very good. At least I got one decent one. But that might well be it. But I learned an important lesson that this might not be the best spot for potatoes because of the proximity to the avocado tree. The fact that all of the tree's roots come up into the bed makes it very difficult to grow potatoes. You can see the big ball of roots. I think that might be it. I think I'll have to plant things that grow well above ground and not things that I have to dig out like potatoes. Don't quite know what I'm going to do with this bed now because it does make things a bit more difficult. I certainly can't grow things like chilies or, I don't know, maybe cucumbers and tomatoes would be okay here. Problem is rabbits can easily get at these beds because they're low, but the avocado tree roots come up into it too, so a bit of a struggle. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do in this bed. I might clear some of the mulch and weed this thing completely. Well, that's it. No, that's not it. Another potato. I'd also better take care of this superhero potato here. Oh, there's two of them. very flat potatoes. It's a bit better now without a couple of potatoes under it. Potatoes. Well, it wasn't the best potato harvest in terms of number of potatoes, but proportion of potatoes that I got to keep was higher because I'd mounded up. Didn't count on all the avocado tree roots having climbed up through the mulch as much as they did and binding everything together and making it hard to dig out the potatoes. So I'm going to have to work out where I put potatoes in future because that's not the best spot. Possibly this longer bed here, which I don't think gets quite as many of the avocado tree roots, might be a better spot for them. But I'll try again, and maybe I'll put onions or something in there instead. I think that's it. I'm Nick, you're awesome. This is the Quarter Acre Life.